ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Gaming Saloon for June 5th, 2012, with your host, Facebreaker2448 and King Thomas92.
Hi.
Day 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the ball rolling with the press conference that happened today, because it's the more interesting of the two, somewhat. It's Nintendo's press conference, and we're going to kick things off with the game everyone was saying was going to be at E3 for the past, 4 years, I think. And they start the press conference with it. It's Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. You got the video queued up?
Swapping to stream for it. Coming up. Alright.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, loud.
So allow me to introduce the next Pikmin to you.
Now bear in mind, there
This
is
the new
no
Pikmin. It has
actual
already been
stage
10
demo
years
of
since we
this.
created the first Pikmin
This
for
is
Nintendo
just
GameCube.
gameplay footage that we're
Pikmin is a
seeing
real-time
being run while we're
action management
Miyamoto-san
game in
is
which you
explaining
command the
explaining all
Pikmin to
this.
perform a variety of tasks.
And yes, it's supposed to be a Pikmin in his pocket.
Swarm of 100 Pikmin. It is a game that shows the movements of each Pikmin individually. They're very cute and adorable.
This is all running
This is
on
why we
Wii U.
puzzled
This
over
is
how far
actual
away to position
gameplay.
The camera in the GameCube game. If it's too far away, you can't see the Pikmin, and if it's too close, you can't see the full map.
It does look really good.
The enhanced
Especially
resolution
when you
of the
zoom
Wii
in
U
right there.
has solved this puzzle for us.
And
Now
that
you can
water,
see
damn
the
that
tiny
water.
movements of each Pikmin, and you can
That
see
water
that
looks
the natural
realistic.
setting is much more beautiful now as well. And the way they break the walls here
But
is also more realistic.
the only key thing to come out here
Now in Pikmin
is
3, the Pikmin
we
will
got a
find
brand new
materials that
Pikmin,
they
the
can
rock
use
Pikmin. We'll
to
see him
build
here in a little
bridges.
bit, and you can use these
If you look, the
glass
way they can carry
shards
each little
or
object makes them seem more
acrylic
like real
shards
ants.
to
Now let me show you
build
a new
bridges
Pikmin
now.
type.
And there's the rock Pikmin. That's not the only
These are the
Pikmin
new
I
rock
think. 'Cause
Pikmin.
I believe
You can
early
use them
on
to
I
break
saw
hard
a flying Pikmin. That mean rock Pikmin. No, I don't think are the only ones. We're probably gonna have more types get announced.
Offering deeper strategy. Now, the basic controls use the Wii Remote Plus and Nunchuck. You can aim precisely, you can switch between Pikmin types, it's very smooth. So these simple and intuitive controls make it possible to target and throw Pikmin at enemy eyes or shells, and it adds more strategic depth when battling. And shaking the Nunchuck to charge is a lot of fun. Now, fans who have played the
And just
series
to let you
before
know, we can stop calling it a tablet now. It
see
is
how
now a
nice these new
gamepad.
controls have become.
Okay, I can
On the
handle
Wii U
that.
gamepad,
That's what's
you will
officially being
always
called
see
as the
an overall
gamepad.
So in Pikmin, the most
I can
important
handle that.
gameplay element is how efficient
I just was gonna refuse to call it a
manage and
controller.
assign tasks to your Pikmin within the limited time. This strategic element gets even deeper as you were able to touch the map, scroll quickly over the environment, and more
And the
effectively
screen you
place
get
your
on the
Pikmin.
Wii U
So it's
I
gotten
said it.
the strategy is much
Gamepad
deeper now.
is an actual map. You can control
Of
the
course,
Pikmin from
you
that
can
map.
also control the game using only the Wii U gamepad. And this
Yeah,
style
that's
is
what they're
much
explaining right
better
now. Is you
suited
can
to
control it
using the map
specifically
more
with the
effectively.
gamepad.
This also makes the game deeper on a tactical level, because we've added additional leaders to help you break up your tasks. This time you can control up to 4 leaders.
Yes, 4 leaders. Yes,
So that
we're getting
that makes,
4 people
controlling
playing
this
now.
deeper.
Or not 4 people
Gives
playing,
you
but
further
4
enhanced
characters
now.
to
These
control
are the 4 of
Pikmin.
them. You may
And
notice
it looks
that
like a family.
Captain Olimar is not among them.
That's all I'm saying. It looks like a
Originally, that's
family.
secret.
And we don't know what's happening to Captain Olimar. It's a secret.
Separate spot where he can perform
Which
tasks.
can you guess the
And with the
fifth
Wii U
person?
gamepad, you can quickly check the status of all 4
I'll
leaders
take the-
at one glance. This is a
It's not
must-have
co-op.
feature
It's
for
just
switching between leaders
you
and
can
coordinating
control
strategy.
each one of these people, and there
Yeah,
There
but
is a-
5 seems to
So
be their
here on the
magic
show,
number.
You'll be able to try one of
Oliver
several
probably
modes in the game.
might be the
The
5th. Who
challenge
knows?
mode. Now, this mode challenges you to collect as much fruit as you can within the time limit.
And each player can
And this is
take
the
up
mode that
each
has
one of
several
the captains.
strategic options. When you're done, you can watch a playthrough. You can watch a record of your playthrough on the TV screen and use that as a reference for a second time through. Now, we're developing Pikmin 3 with the belief that
It also
we
looks
can
like we
help
have new
people
enemy
once again
types.
understand the kind of fun deeper games can offer.
And I'm sure one YouTube Let's Player, Chuck Conrad, is like, "Oh my god, Pikmin 3, oh my
I think this
god."
is an important challenge for all of us.
He's so happy for that. I think he was so happy for a lot of things here, but
Do you understand Pikmin 3 for Wii U a little bit better?
we'll get to that after this. That was Pikmin 3, and any information that you wanted about Pikmin 3, that was it.
So pretty much short, sweet, and to the son of a gun. And to the point. I forgot the continuous play was on.
Yeah, any information you want on Pikmin 3, that video is it as far as today goes. But what do you think of the new Pikmin? As someone who's probably never played a Pikmin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never even played any of them, so I think graphics-wise that looked really good.
Definitely showing that the Wii U does have a lot of good graphics capability.
It's just whether they can use it right or not.
Yeah.
That's going to be the big thing. Can they use it to its fullest?
Well, I know some third-party titles are going to get to that, and that's what we're going to get to next. After this demo, they said they were going to show off 23 Wii U titles during this press conference. I don't know if they hit that number. I did not count ahead of time. I doubt it. Because it didn't feel like 23 Wii U titles.
Huh.
It felt like 15 at the most. But,
give them benefit of the doubt.
Next big note, the Wii U can support 2 gamepads at the same time.
How does that work?
I don't know if they just said it could support 2 gamepads. They only showed stuff that use 1 gamepad. I don't know.
So if it can support 2, how come none of the games can support 2?
Because none of these games are designed to support 2. All of the ones that they showed up were designed to support 1 single gamepad.
Which also makes me think, did they tell the developers that are making these games that are going to be out the day of the Wii U's release and shortly after that they could support 2 or not?
We don't have a specific date though. We know it's holiday, but also on the Wii U gamepad there is a headphone jack. There is a specific volume control because there are stereos on the gamepad itself. And I also found out through Twitter that it has an approximately 3 to 5 hour battery life. Which, considering how much shit that's running, this has got a gyroscope. Crap. What's the other one? Whatever the other one is, it supports Rumble. It's got all this stuff on it. I'm not surprised it's 3 to 5 hours.
Honestly, I'm not
battery life on that summit.
If you think about that, that's average battery life for most smartphones. And you look, that thing manages to do complex stuff alongside of having a huge screen on it.
Yeah.
I think that's good time frame for it.
Yeah.
The only question I have though is, okay, obviously most gamers are going to want to sit there for more than just 3 to 5 hours without having to stop and plug it in and let it sit. Are they going to allow it to be charged while it's playing or not?
No information on that one either. You're going to find me repeating that a lot with this conference.
Yeah. I kind of could tell. It sounds like they're not exactly where they need to be on this.
Next up, they talked about the Miiverse, which is essentially interconnecting of Miis to games and being able to post stuff about games that other people can see, and they went on to talk about that in the new Super Mario game that I'll talk about here in a little bit.
So essentially, this Miiverse is kind of like Facebook for the Wii.
I wouldn't so much say Facebook because it is completely virtual.
But I mean the gist of it anyhow.
In a way, you can post stuff talking about the games. It's just that everyone can see everyone else's comments, whatever games, if you're centered around that specific billboard of sorts, as they called it.
Huh.
And another way to implement this is in the new Super Mario Brothers game, New Super Mario Brothers U, which has a flying squirrel suit and flying squirrel enemies and baby Yoshis. Yes, those baby Yoshis you carried around and had to have them eat fruit and enemies in order to grow big and become actual Yoshis. Yeah, those are back. A flying squirrel suit, it looks like a glider. It essentially acts like a glider suit from the footage I saw. And if you've seen New Super Mario Brothers Wii, same deal here. Nothing all that shocking, for lack of a better term. There is a boost mode that utilizes the Wii U gamepad. It essentially does the same thing that Rayman Legends does with the Wii U, only you don't see a character for it.
Huh.
Yeah, that same type of interacting with the environment to help out the player, same deal. Only this can be used for speedrunning tactics. They specifically said to mention that. Not sure why, but okay.
See, that kind of makes me sit there and think that the whole reason why they did this with this gamepad was to greater co-op as opposed to focusing on single player like they were with the Wii.
Also, they're using the Miiverse again in here because on specific levels you can see people's comments about the levels, new high score, and all that stuff. People have already made the comments like, "This is what Nintendo thinks we're gonna do with this," and what we're actually gonna do with this is lots of cursing, lots of bitching, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, of course.
Next up, a full-on list of third-party titles. First and foremost, Pac-Man Arkham City Armored Edition is coming to the Wii U. Utilizing the Wii U to utilize all of Batman's gadgets at any given moment. Some type of brand new enhanced combat mode that happens if you build up the meter fast enough. Catwoman is fully playable and fully integrated, and she has an armored costume for some reason. Might go with the armored edition, but Batman looks the same.
Huh.
Outside of that, it feels like this is Arkham City. There might be some extra stuff in there for the armored edition. They had the actress who voices Harley Quinn do a voiceover for the conference, and the picture they showed was the Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC. So I'm going to say all the DLC will probably be integrated into this edition, along with some other new content. That'll be it.
Well, I could understand all the DLC because that would be kind of pointless to have you buy a game to buy the DLC right back behind it.
Yeah. Not much else there. They showed it being used for detective mode. It showed it also being used to control the remote control Batarang, and that looked to be it. Next up, Scribblenauts Unlimited. If you know what Scribblenauts is, same deal here. You can kind of create anything you can think of, and just type it in as a word, and boom, it's on the screen, and you can interact with it and play with it and use it on your adventure throughout the game. Now all the items are customizable. Like you can create a dog that has wheels for legs, or a saddle that has skulls for legs, and make it rideable and shoot lasers. And does this all make sense? It doesn't to me.
No, not really.
If you've seen Scribblenauts, you've seen what this is. If not, look at it and then you'll get it.
About the best way to explain that.
Yes. Moving on, a highlight reel showing off more third-party titles. You're gonna be surprised by one of these, I'm guaranteed. Darksiders 2, that got announced last year as being a Wii U title. The surprise, kind of, Mass Effect 3 is coming to the Wii U.
Oh my god. Serious?
Yep. I don't know if it was run on a Wii U tech, or I don't know if Darksiders 2 or Mass Effect 3 were running on Wii U tech when they showed that, but yeah, we're getting Mass Effect 3 on Wii U, so we get a shitty inning on another console. Yeah, Tank, another title. Looked like a gallery shooter, I think. Not quite sure. It looked multiplayer. Dan, quick snippet. I have nothing else on this. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, also running on Wii. Also going to be on Wii U. Kinda cool, and also why we got the Wii U Pro Controller. Which, here's how I can describe the Wii U Pro Controller. Take a PlayStation 3 controller with the same button layout, all the same button layout, because that's what it looks like. Only you take where those sticks are, where the sticks are located, where the D-pad and the buttons are located, and you reverse those. So the D-pad and buttons are located normally where you have the sticks, and the sticks are where the D-pad and the buttons are. That seems very awkward to me.
That does, but doesn't. If you remember how the N64 setup was, I mean, they've always been known to have odd setups.
Yeah.
And not to mention, look at the GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
I mean, to a point, I can see where they're kind of trying to go back to where they used to be, but I just don't think it's enough.
Trying to Director's Cut, also going to be on Wii U. Ninja Gaiden 3 and a Razor's Edge edition, again, going to be on Wii U. Aliens Colonial Marines on the Wii U, and finally a brand new Wii Fit U with a walk counter that integrates with the Wii U gamepad. It was shown, and it looks like Wii Fit.
They just can't get over the whole fitness thing, can they?
I don't think anybody can, because that's the easiest thing to do these motion controls with is fitness.
It's like you've got these top game developers sitting in a room, and they're like, okay, here's this motion enabled device that you've got to make a game for. I know, fitness.
Next up,
think of something else already. Jeez.
Next up, we have Sing, which is a working title. This reminds me of karaoke night, only with less alcohol from the trailer they showed, because the person with the Wii U gamepad has the lyrics personally for them, and they have a microphone and they sing, and then on the TV screen there's the lyrics and dance moves, and you dance along, and it reminds me of karaoke night, except less alcohol. In order for this game to be entertaining, there needs to be more alcohol involved, because that's what karaoke night needs. Just call it karaoke night. That's the perfect title for it. Then we got 3 very quick 3DS titles. First up, New Super Mario Bros. 2 coming August 19th. Guess what? It looked exactly like New Super Mario Bros. U, only it's a lot of gold. Gold enemies, gold coins, coins and gold everywhere!
So essentially they took the Wii U version and decided that gold was their favorite color.
There's a fire flower that turns you gold, and when you shoot a ball, if you hit blocks, a bunch of blocks surrounding it, it becomes gold! It becomes gold coins, and you get coins, and I'm like, so many one-ups in this game! Oh god!
Oh my god, this is funny. That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like they just took one game and were like, you know what? Our favorite color's gold. Change everything.
And well, I think it's a surprise for me, but I don't think it's a surprise for everyone else because I think this got there was rumors about it or it got leaked a little while back. We got a brand new Paper Mario game on the 3DS. Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. 2, that's also on the 3DS. But guess what for this game is? It's Return to the RPG system because we actually have RPG gameplay, as we're going to see here in a little bit. As I get this video to go back and pause. You got that one up and ready?
I was going to say, you want me to swap to the video?
Yeah.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Audio again.
Again, this actually didn't get demoed on the floor. We just had a gameplay in the background as they explained shit.
But also because of a simple but strategic
Paper Mario
element.
Sticker Star is what this will be called. And you use stickers as all your weapons and commands and stuff.
Paper Mario world
You
is
see there the
plastered with
RPG
innocent-looking
gameplay
stickers.
from past Paper
But
Marios.
they're not just for display.
I'm kind of happy to see that.
You'll collect them by pulling them off the scenery.
You
and they
can
become
post stickers
your
off
battle
the
commands.
freaking belly. It's like,
Choose
sticker!
a sticker to stomp on an enemy,
I now have a
or
weapon!
a hammer sticker to whack away. They can also help reveal new ways to escape danger in the game or to find secret places as well as hidden items. This Paper Mario retains all the fun of the originals, but
And the
with even more
best thing
game depth.
Toads can ever be used for, to be
The
walked
Paper Mario
on.
Sticker Star arrives both physically and digitally this holiday season.
And that's pretty much it for the Paper Mario, except it's coming holiday 2012. Let's just take a break from here. Anything in the past, like, so many games that I've mentioned or actually talked about a little bit. Anything you want to give a little extended thought on?
I still cannot believe the fact that they're deciding to think that it's a smart idea to put Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U.
Here's the one problem, and Roll-T on Twitter pointed this out. You don't get the full experience on the Wii U.
It would be impossible to.
They have to re-release Mass Effects 1 and 2 on there in order for you to get the full experience.
Yeah. And not to mention, okay, at the beginning of 3, they would have to crop out part of some of the stuff anyhow because of the sheer fact of you can't import a previous Shepard. Because the other two were not on the Wii.
It's just like the PS2. They're going to have to do a prequel comic for the Wii U to cover all the major plot points for 1 and 2, and that'll be all your major decisions. And that's it. Or have some, like, interrogation thing. Recapping previous events to be like, what did you do? What did you do at this event? And blah, blah this and blah, blah that. The only console you can get the full Mass Effect experience is on Xbox.
Yeah.
Damn.
So therefore, get back to the one argument I usually throw in any Sony lover's face. Xbox for the win. Even though Mass Effect 3 really caused a lot of uproar.
I'm kind of curious on Darksiders, too, if only for the fact that 4 Horsemen are main characters. And I like the concept of the 4 Horsemen as mythology. Even though they're religious, but... No offense, it's still mythology in my book. I kind of tempted to pick up Darksiders 1 just to get the whole story on that one, then maybe pick up Darksiders 2 when it comes out. What about Paper Mario, since you got to see it? Did you play the previous Paper Marios?
I played the...
There's an N64, I believe
the
a GameCube.
N64 one.
Yeah, N64 one, the original.
Yep. I was trying to remember which one, because I knew I played it on an emulator, I just could not remember which console it was. But yeah, N64 one. I think it reminds me of that one, honestly. It looks like they kept the basics down. They didn't really make any drastic changes.
Well, this is a return back to that RPG, to at least the fighting system from that game, because Super Paper Mario for the Wii doesn't do that. It isn't like a regular Mario game, only all the stuff under it is the Paper Mario RPG system and the Paper Mario style. So this is a return back to that, which is cool.
Yeah.
And finally, the final 3DS title to really get shown off, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, also coming out holiday. Also, we saw it last year, and it looks like Luigi's Mansion. Except there's multiple mansions now. And there's a giant spider in there that you have to fight, I think.
Huh.
It looks kind of good. I wasn't really interested in Luigi's Mansion.
I paid attention to it, but it never struck an interest at all.
Finally, we got a little reel of 3DS titles. Castlevania, the Castlevania Mirrors game. It looks like the old Metroidvania games, to describe them. It looks like that from a graphic standpoint. I'm not sure if the actual gameplay looks like it, but it's that 2D walking back and forth enemies like that. Epic Mickey 2D. That looked cool because it reminded me of the old Mickey games that I played back on the... I think it was on the SNES. You know those 2D Mickey games? So it's exactly what it looked like. Scribblenauts Unlimited also is going to come out on the 3DS, including the Wii U. Kingdom Hearts 3D, got a quick snippet in there. But we'll get more 3DS information tomorrow. I believe it's at 9 Pacific time. I'm going to have to double check on that one. But there's an entire 3DS press conference tomorrow covering any and all 3DS goodness.
Wow. So Nintendo wasn't good enough to just have their own. They had to have one for their handhelds too.
At this point, we were half done with the press conferences. The press conference was an hour long. An hour and a few minutes long.
Jeez.
So they didn't have much time to do shit. So I'm willing to cut Nintendo slack, because I feel like they had no time to do crap all.
And from the sounds of it, it sounded like they were showcasing a lot more games than just sitting there rattling off about their new console.
Well, yeah, Reggie Fils and me cracking jokes about past Nintendo stuff, like the Wii Fit pad. I think the best part of the press conference was Reggie Fils and me cracking jokes. Next up, another Wii U title, Lego City Undercover. Best way to describe this. Lego Miami Vice is what one person called it. But free-roaming Lego game where you play as a cop and you get to arrest fools and go undercover and all that stuff.
That sounds funny as crap.
I should have grabbed the trailer for it, but it looks cool.
I'm sorry. I always busted out laughing. I played some of the other Lego games, and some of the motions, there might be absolutely no words in the game, but some of the motions you can just sit there and even think to yourself what they're thinking or saying, and it's funny as shit.
Well, Lego games now have voice acting now. Lego Lord of the Rings has voice acting. This game has voice acting, and they're using it to the full extent because the main guy is like, I know Kung Fu. And the villain he's facing off against is like, show me! And they go off Kung Fu fighting. But it's like 80s cop drama at its finest in Lego fashion. So have fun with that one. More 3DS titles going to be shown at the press conference. That's where they dropped that. Just Dance 4! They showed that off for the Wii U, and the person who has the Wii U gamepad gets to choose the moves and choose a stance that the other players have to hold for as long as possible until the freaking puppeteers, they called it, tells them to stop.
Huh.
And that was it. Zombie U, they showed off a trailer for it. I initially thought that wasn't gameplay, but until a demo shown later on GTTV, that was gameplay, and that is damn impressive. I know we've been saying that Wii U titles look good. This one doesn't look like a Wii title at all, like Wii anything title. This looks like 360 PS3 title. It looks damn impressive. Just for that, and this wasn't said at the press conference. The whole point of the game is how long can you survive? You play a character, you have to survive the zombie apocalypse, you have to go through these various missions and various stuff, upgrading your abilities, but if you die, it's over. You play as a new character again. Brand new character picking up right where you left off.
Huh.
None of the abilities, none of the special stuff you grabbed. All you got is whatever the fuck was in your backpack when you died, and they can get. That's it. So it truly is how long you can survive. I was interested in the game until that because I'm like, ball buster game. I don't like ball buster games. It has its crowd because this is the same kind of deal that Dark Souls has, but
It sounds like it's got some unique stuff for that.
Yeah.
Not going to necessarily say it's a good or a bad thing, because that depends on the type of gamer you are.
I'm going to say is, Dark Souls fans, if you want a game to bust your balls every chance it gets, this is your game on the Wii U. If you're not into Dark Souls, and you don't like the ball-busting gameplay, don't get Zombie U. Because it will bust your balls any chance it gets. Assassin's Creed 3, Rabbids, Fitness, Sports, that same Ubisoft Wii U trailer we got at Ubisoft's press conference, we got again. And to end off the press conference, we got Nintendo Land! I do the jazz hands for that one, but you can't see me doing them.
Nintendo Land?
It is a video game that is basically a think Disney World, only everything is Nintendo, and you have mini games based around that. So they have a Luigi's Mansion one where four Wii players play as Luigi's, except they're Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario characters. Actually, they're Mii's dressed up as those characters, and you have to hunt down the ghost, who's the Wii U player, who has to sneak up on them, surprise them, stun them, and if he stuns all four, they win, and they go on to explain that indefinitely in Nintendo Land indefinitely. Essentially, it's Wii Sports for the Wii U. It's probably going to be the title we get packed in, and that was it.
Huh.
Granted, it looked cool, but to end the press conference on this note, not so good. We're ending the press conference announcing the title that's going to be the pack-in for the Wii U. I guarantee money.
Oh, of
Not
course.
good. So I hit my mic. So, Nintendo's press conference overall. You go first. Just, what are your thoughts on it with me explaining all this?
Sounds to me like they are showcasing a lot more of their games rather than trying to build hype on their console, which is good because, yeah, I remember the year Kinect was coming out, and that was all you heard at Microsoft's press conference was, blah blah blah, connect, 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 connect. This game, connect, 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 connect. It's like, shut up already.
Well, we got to hear every single one of these titles, except for the three 3DS titles and the few I mentioned after that. They're all Wii U titles. Everything here is a Wii U title.
But you look, though. They were all still showcasing the games.
Here's my
was
one
still
problem.
showing Nintendo was caring about the games, not about whatever else happened.
Which is good. But here's my problem with the press conference. They had a good rhythm with it. They were rapid firing this shit. Just one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. It only lulled with Just Dance stuff for a little bit, came back up with the Zombie U, and then went straight back down with the Nintendo Land stuff because they took a little bit too long on that one. Everything else was kind of good. My problem with this is, look at what we got. Look at what we know what's coming on the Wii U. We've got a Super Mario Brothers game that look and probably plays exactly like a previous Super Mario Brothers Wii title. We got Zombie U, which is a ballbuster title. We got, which is a ballbuster title. Freaking.
Hold on, I'm
we
getting
got,
echo.
which is a ballbuster title.
Damn it.
Freaking.
Hold on, okay, fixed it.
We got a whole bunch of ports. And that's a freaking karaoke night title, and that's it. And Pikmin. And Lego City Undercover. You got 3 titles out of that are made for the Wii U first that are interesting. That's it. There should have been more here, is what I'm getting at. There needed to be more, a little bit more here. Apparently, Smash Brothers, the Smash Bros. Titles for Wii U and 3DS, that's still in development. It's still very, very early in development, so it's not showable. I just still feel like there's something else here that they're not showing us. There's other titles here that they're showing us, because if this is it, this is not all that good. What do you think?
All in all, really, since Nintendo's came out with the Wii, I've kind of lost interest in them. I mean, it would take something big in order for that opinion to get changed anymore. And honestly, I don't think they've got it. I think just about all the other press conferences that we've looked at so far have done far better than they have.
I still think they did good, because they hit all the right things the press conference at E3 needs to do. Showcase games. Get hype. The problem is, after all is said and done, they didn't accomplish the main thing I think they need to do at E3, which was get people interested in the Wii U as a console in North America. Now, granted, we have one big show in TGS, Tokyo Game Show, before it gets released, because that's in, I believe it's in August. September, actually. It's in September. It's late September, and we're probably going to get the Wii U after that. But that is Japanese market. That's that side of the world's market that TGS is aiming at. This is the North American market for E3. Granted, E3 is big, but it's only big in North America, and probably in the UK.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you have to go to TGS. That's where all those titles for that area is going to be, and exclusively in that area. I feel like maybe Nintendo's holding back for TGS. Maybe when we get to TGS, there'll be more. like price, like date, like specific date, specific price. Maybe more titles that we're not seeing that may be in development.
Maybe, but still, they should at least. I would at least think, rather than them just saying, okay, the Wii U is going to come out last quarter of the year, narrow that down. It's going to come out this month of this year. Maybe not necessarily have okay, it's coming out on this day, but at least get a month. Get something to where people are like, okay, I know when to start expecting it. I know when to start getting ready to buy it and all this and that and the other. This, it's just, there's no information.
There's none of the really crucial information, like date, price, and what are we getting at launch. Because not a lot of these titles have specific release dates. A lot of these titles are within the release window, or in that launch window.
But see, that gets back to Nintendo is failing to give even a month of when they're going to have this released. So, it don't matter if most of these games that we got trailers for are ready to be rolled out right now. They've still got to wait until Nintendo gets their console out.
A part of me feels like I don't know what's worse. Holding back on what we all know what is most important and not showing it until next year, which is what Microsoft and Sony did, and just showcasing, their titles that we all knew about. They're all coming, but even then, still failing to showcase major things.
Yeah.
Or showcase what we want, what we need to see, which is Wii U titles. Need to see how this Wii U looks when it's running games, not demo them on stage so we can get a really good first-hand impression, and leave out crucial information. Which is worse? Because that sums up the big three conferences right there.
Honestly, they're both not too good.
Overall, I rate Nintendo better than Sony or Microsoft because I feel like, okay, at least Nintendo did the smart thing and just went game. They had better momentum. They had a better feel for their conference. Sony and Microsoft didn't do that. But I still feel like all three of them still didn't do good because Ubisoft still feels like the best conference out of everybody. Best mix and stuff, best momentum, and actually had a legitimate surprise at the end of the day.
Yeah, because that's one thing. Watch Dogs was a complete just shock right there.
I mean, granted, we have really not that much information except it's confirmed now. PS3, Xbox 360, PC, it will come on those consoles as of right now.
At least 2 of those 3, at the least.
We know it's coming there. Outside of that, we really don't have much information. But still, I feel like that showcase alone, plus everything else Ubisoft showed, outdid the big three, which says something about Ubisoft at E3 this year.
Yeah.
Their biggest problem out of that press conference was the host, and at least one of them was bearable. That was the biggest problem with Ubisoft's press conference, and at least, and honestly, that might have been the only problem.
That's really bad. I mean, because they're not even in the console business. They don't even have to really worry about it. People know them for their games and know that they've made good games. I mean, honestly speaking, Ubisoft could just throw out a random trailer before the game was released, never have to touch E3, and still be on top.
And again, I'm not saying the Nintendo press conference was bad. It was blah. Because it's like, oh, we got all these games, but what about the other? What about the? God damn it, Nintendo!
We wanted to know about the Wii U. You failed to deliver.
And maybe it's all coming from the e3.nintendo.com site that they promoted a lot during the press conference. Maybe that's where all this information is going to be. Well, we still don't have a price. We still don't have a release date. All we have is specs. We have hardware specifications. That's wonderful for a guy like me to know.
That's so wonderful for the average gamer to know. I mean, yeah.
Why do you need to publicly release hardware specs? Just hand out the specs to every mother developer you have, you know.
You know what that's a case of? That's a case of they have no other information. They are completely unprepared. And they're like, well, we've got to give them something. We'll give them this, even though they won't understand it a bit.
I don't really get the public display of hardware specs before consoles release. If you're going to release hardware specs, release them to all the developers. Just send them all a freaking email to their CEOs, because you probably have that information. Just, hey, here's the hardware specs for the Wii U. Or just pack it in with a developer kit.
I mean, the only thing I could understand that someone would even need that is like how on Xbox Live you've got indie games. Because those are usually made by little groups of people that's what they do. They just sit there and program them. I could understand for something like that.
But how many of them are going to have a title ready at launch?
Exactly.
Because none of those smaller groups are going to have the tech to back up these hardware specs.
And they're not going to have a console to beta test it.
The only reason Ubisoft was able to demo Rayman Legends is because they had a dev kit. And that's what they brought out there, was their dev kit.
So, I mean, that is completely and utterly pointless to give the system specs right now. Completely and utterly stupid. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking.
I don't know if somebody says, well, tech guys would want to know the specs. Why the fuck do tech guys need to know the specs of the motherfucking Wii U? Why? Are you developing something for the Wii U? No, then shut up.
Exactly.
Because you ain't got a dev kit to develop this shit to begin with. And even if you do, you already know the tech specs. So why? Overall, I think I gave Microsoft a 6, EA a 5. I may give them 7.5 because I'm going to give Sony a 7, even though I didn't fully watch their press conference. I skipped through it and just got the main points, and that's what we're going to talk about now. We got Sony's press conference that happened last night. And we're going to start off with Quantic Dream's new project, Beyond Two Souls. We're going to show off the debut cinematic that they showed off. Probably not going to play through all of this, just because I don't see the point in playing the whole freaking thing. But you got it queued up?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I want to showcase this just for the graphical capabilities.
Do you hear me?
This is our main character. I cannot remember her name, but she's psychic. This, if you watch this whole thing, you'll see later. She is played by the Academy-nominated actress Ellen Page. And that's it. Coming out on PS3. And this is what the game's going to look like no matter what. because this is exactly what Heavy Rain looks like. And this does look really good.
I found you by the side of the road, in the middle of nowhere.
What do you think?
Was there an accident?
It's got good graphics to it, that's for sure.
I'm curious if it's going to play like Heavy Rain, where it's all a mix of point-and-click adventure and quick-time events. Which is what Heavy Rain was. Wondering if that's how it's going to play. I don't know. We got no gameplay. This is all we got, plus a little trailer at the end that showcased the same kind of deal as this.
Huh.
So, we don't know nothing!
How about a name? Someone I could contact? You must have family.
So
friends.
completely in the blind to this right
Someone
now.
who could tell me who you are.
Yep. Again. We're just gonna cut it here. There's no point in going. I'll play for a little bit right now, just to so we can see the psychic chick go. Ooh, I'm gonna throw the cup of coffee across the room.
Well, if you don't help me, I can't help you.
It will hurry up.
Oh, I get nowhere. Is that a scar? Is that recent?
Alright, you can cut it there. SWAT team comes in and is like, where's the girl? In the room. What the fuck do you want with the girl? Why is the SWAT team here? Don't know nothing about this game. All I know is people are after this girl, and apparently she has some connection with something from the afterlife. I don't know.
Huh.
That's it. Next, PlayStation All-Stars got demoed, and it looked exactly like how it looked from back when we looked at it.
So not anything has really changed.
No, we got 2 new characters confirmed. Nathan Drake and the Big Daddy from BioShock are confirmed characters. I don't know about any finishers, because that was not in the demo. They announced that after they played the demo. And the color-coordinated players. I'm still not interested in PlayStation All-Stars. I like the concept, but gameplay doesn't. I don't think it's gonna be good.
I think they kind of had a boo-boo there.
It might be better. It might be more fun if I actually got to play it. But looking at it from a distance, I can't see the entertainment value of it like I can Smash Brothers. Because when I look at if I were to watch a Smash Brothers match, I can see the drama of the match. I could see it all happening without having to look at counters or anything like that. I could just watch the match and be like, he came back in the ring! He made it! Holy shit, he got back! You know, I could see the drama and the entertainment value out of that. I can't see it here because they all keep alive and then the finisher pops out and I'm like, ooh, finisher! And then they kills people and I'm like, oh. Anyway, then we got Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. That got announced, and that was it.
Wow.
We got a picture on a Vita of the title of the box art, I think, and that was it. Bravo! Announced a Call of Duty game at your freaking press conference and not showed a damn thing for it. That's on the Vita. PlayStation All-Stars will be cross-play from the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita version. Forgot to mention that one.
Huh.
So, yay! Cross-play. We got an announcement of a new Assassin's Creed game on the PlayStation Vita, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. A little bit of a sad story to the main Assassin's Creed 3 game. You play the role of a half African black woman who's an assassin, And that's it. It looks kind of like Assassin's Creed 3, only for the Vita.
Huh.
That's it. You get a PlayStation, you get a PS Vita bundle with this, and get a crystal white PS Vita. I skipped through this press conference, but still, if I sat down and watched it, I'd still get the same information, because that's all they talked about, all they showed.
Wow.
Then next up, we had a brand new demo for Assassin's Creed 3, one that we haven't seen before. And this one is interesting. And hopefully it doesn't end up like the Halo Reach demo that we had before it came out. And I feel like, well, that was a cool moment in the game, and not have any more of them. I can get the video played up in ads. Ads.
How did you end up with ads?
I just opened up the video, and it's random for me.
I've not had any ads out of these game trailer ones.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Raise the volume again. That's the only problem I have out of it.
We're in the Caribbean Sea in 1778. Now, this is Connor that we're about to step into the shoes of. And if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking what's about to happen, yes, it does happen.
Into heaving swells and pounding rain. You see the catch hard, Captain! Anything, Captain?
Due north of here.
Sails up, men!
Yes, he is actually driving the ship. You can drive the ship. Like, alright, that's cool. Well, let's see. Driving along in the Caribbean. We are pirates, but not really.
With full control of both navigation and cannons, as you take the fight for the revolution to the high seas.
And for those of you who know your memes, insert your I'm on a boat song thing already. Here's what's better. Ship-to-ship combat.
Oh.
It only gets better from this demo on because, in a little bit, we get to see the ships actually fighting out in open ocean in a storm.
Huh.
What's that weasel up to? Sheet anchor to windward, Captain. You can be sure he's got something up his sleeve.
I just think it's really cool. The only problem I have with this is I feel like my view is limited, but it makes sense since I am only seeing the ship from the helm. Which they might, it looks like they're compensating for that with the fact that your crew members are like, ship that way!
English are on us, Captain!
Huh.
What do you think of this demo being just another part of the Assassin's Creed 3 experience?
I think it's given a good change to it, that's for sure.
Now I have no clue what that is right there. I don't know. I don't know if it's like your hidden gun, or like some specific gun targeting something, or what. I don't know.
Might be.
I also like how the ship actually gets damaged. You can see burnt like, still, like, hot wood on the ship right there in broken pieces. I'm not sure how damaged the ship is because that's all the much view you get. See some damage on the other side as well. But all looks to be just like on the rails. And yes, you can board another ship, apparently. That combat should be good, but that's the incident in the Assassin's Creed 3 demo that just showed off at Sony's press conference. What do you think of it?
That was good. That was really good. I liked that. It didn't exactly feel like Assassin's Creed there.
Felt like Pirates of the Caribbean?
Kinda.
Where's Jack Sparrow doing something crazy stupid in here? Hopefully we get the reference of, like, the Pirates of the Caribbean and have some crazy pirate that's like, I am Captain So-and-so. I am the best pirate in the world. And you push him over like he's nothing. Next up, we had a Far Cry 3 demo that was 4-player co-op. And not only is this 4-player co-op, it is dedicated 4-player co-op. They have a dedicated 4-player co-op campaign in Far Cry 3, and there's a multiplayer across the entire island, and there's a map editor.
Huh.
And you can save and upload your own maps on top of the single player.
Dang.
Far Cry 3 is looking better and better. And interesting enough, during that demo, the 4 people were actually communicating with each other. And one girl was in there communicating as well. I thought that was kind of cool. So you really see in the demos the actual players talking.
Yeah, that usually don't happen.
And this is where the press conference took a dead-on nosedive. I didn't see all of this. I only got the main points of this, and these main points alone make me go, no, this is a horrible idea. And apparently from people who fully watched the demo for this, it's been worse. It's Wonderbook. It is a actual book that utilizes the PlayStation Eye, because that's so successful of a product, to give augmented reality to stories written by famous authors. The only one they've announced is J.K. Rowling in Book of Spells. Which, guess what? It not only uses the PlayStation Eye for the one book, guess what other wonderful piece of PlayStation technology it uses?
PlayStation Move.
Yep, you use the PlayStation Move like a wand.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
That's the second time that I know of that they've used the PlayStation Move as a wand.
And the other one didn't turn out well. That got released, and at least the game trailer's review of it wasn't good.
You would have thought they would have learned the first time.
Oh, and apparently F-Zero is in Nintendo Land as a minigame, maybe. The Nintendo Developers Roundtable is kind of going on right now, I believe. Where some of this Nintendo information might pop out of nowhere.
Well, at least it's still halfway on topic.
Yeah.
It's better than it would have been last night if you'd been watching the Sony press conference.
And the Book of Spells is directly related to Harry Potter. Yay! Even more reason for me to not give a shit about this. Uh, uh, next up, and final two games to end us off because Wonder Book was a wonderful thing to have at the end of the press conference. God of War Ascension got a single player demo, and it looks like God of War 3. Except with time manipulation puzzles. I don't know why.
Now that could be pretty decent.
Kratos just holds up his hand and there's a green light around his hand, and then green light envelops this thing as it brings it back together, and you hop on a block and these pillars, and you get back up, and then you reconstruct it back fully together, and you go up an elevator and you kill enemies, and then you kill an elephant man because you rip the skull open and there's his brain pulsing, and there's a kraken there. I believe it's a kraken, kind of like wiggle my tentacles at you, but not attack you until you attack me at the end of the demo when we end there.
Huh.
That was it. You haven't played any of the God of Wars because you don't have anything PlayStation wise, do you?
Pretty much.
I've played God of War 1 and 2, and I'm not interested in this. It's got 4-player multiplayer that apparently you're not playing as 4 Kratoses.
Well, that's good, because would that not be kind of confusing?
Exactly. Instead, you play as unknown heroes that, Sorry, I'm reading an article about the F-Zero hiding in the Wii U, and it doesn't really look like F-Zero.
Trailing off.
Maybe. Oh, I know. Sorry. You play as unknown heroes who choose one of the Greek gods to be under, and you take on their appearances of sorts.
Huh.
You know, you get blades of X god, kind of like there's blades of Chaos for Ares, blades of Athena for Athena, blades of Hades that were in God of War 3, stuff like that, and you're like that, and you have probably specifically colored tattoos. And I don't know if it's cooperative or competitive. I don't know. The footage didn't really specify. I don't think they've specified either.
If I'm not mistaken, last we knew of it, they didn't.
And finally, and what was just a moment from Naughty Dog just to acknowledge that they don't need to say anything about this game. Literally, this demo just showed up, and literally this demo just started playing. And when it was all over, they left without saying a word. The Last of Us ended out Sony's press conference.
Okay, now, before we start this, does Naughty Dog even have to say anything?
Since we've known about this game for months now, probably not.
I mean, really.
This demo
I mean,
well
even if we didn't know much about it, you look. They've had, that I know of, and keep in mind, I've been out of touch with PlayStation for so long that it's pathetic. But I know for a fact they've had 2 major franchises. One's still going on today.
Which is the Uncharted trilogy, which I have all 3 of, and are really good titles.
The other one, Crash Bandicoot.
Which Naughty Dog was good for a while, and then they went off of it, and it got racing, and then I wish Naughty Dog would take back Crash Bandicoot and do it right.
Just seriously.
Crash Bandicoot needs an actual game and not a racing game like it's had for like the past few years.
Yeah.
Just like Sonic. Why does Sonic need a racing game? And why does Danica Patrick need to be a character in there? No, I'm not kidding. Danica Patrick is a character in the freaking Sonic Unleashed racing game.
Wow. Although
let's just
Sega has literally dropped their standards for Sonic.
except for Generations. Generations looks good.
Yeah, that one was good. I'll give them that. But they're just they'll throw one good game out, and then they'll throw 3 right behind it that suck.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
like,
get
would
the
you
Last of Us.
just either do good or do bad?
Anyway, let's get this Last of Us demo started. You got it ready?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. And yes, it's a nearly 6-minute long demo.
Did we lose him?
Yeah,
But we're not in the clear, right?
not while we're in this city.
I don't see anything.
Come on.
I
I love how good this game looks.
I know. It looks
Gorgeous.
so realistic.
Hey, there's another one. Posters are everywhere.
And I love that you can actually have moments where you interact and tell her stuff about the actual world.
How are we getting to the bridge?
I don't know yet.
Oh, and we're probably gonna have my 2 favorite or hopefully, yeah. There's a favorite moment of mine that proves the AI is not stupid on either side of the equation in this game. It's also kind of interesting. You don't hear anything outside of just the sounds of nature.
This is fancy. You ever stay at a place like this? Before it all went to shit, I mean.
No, this is too rich for my blood.
Bet it was nice.
I just love the interaction between these two throughout this whole demo.
Yeah, I know.
It feels so unlike when you have an AI partner the whole game. It feels like I want to actually have a conversation with this character. Feels like I just want to stand there and be like, I wonder what happens when I just stand here and let these two just randomly have dialogue pop out of nowhere.
And you know, that's something else. We were talking about how, on the Halo 4 demo, how Chief was talking so much. I wonder if this is kind of what 343 is going with, too. That one-to-one interaction where you're just more... You find yourself more wrapped up in seeing how the characters communicate to each other as opposed to the gameplay at times.
Yeah. And I love the subtle movements with the cover. Like he actually puts up his hands against the cover, and he's walking back, just takes a step back, all that. Just love the overall animation of the characters. Again, when he walks up cover, he puts his hands up there, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Walk up to here, oop, down. And I love that too, all the animation right there. All like to try to grab, the try to punch, but it's kind of a weak punch.
Look what the fuck? Turret! He's got a fucking gun!
Get ready!
You okay?
He's not
I love how she's also like, you okay? It's like, no. Ooh.
Ooh.
I also feel like the reactions to get shot is like, oh god, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Now what?
Also, she just picked up a brick, just randomly, without you telling her. It's like, I got a brick.
And you gotta love their melee system.
Yeah. And right here, straight to just grab, point the gun, and
Fuck. Let him go! You fucking drop him!
and As soon as he pointed the gun at him, he ducked. He immediately ducked outside of the reticle and tried to shoot. I also love this moment right here. Just listen.
I know that sound. I got you now, motherfucker.
And
Heh,
I love how people react like, oh damn! She just went and shook that brick right in the dude's face and ooh, just brutal. I love how the AI actually reacts to you clicking.
Good
Yeah.
job with all the, killing and stuff.
Come on.
How many games actually had the AI go, you're out of ammo! I heard the click! I got you now. All real-time inventory system, that's kinda cool. A little Molotov and...
I got this. Be careful.
Molotov out.
I love how she even reacts to it. It's like, damn, man, you have to set the dude on fire. And again, smart AI, she is taking cover. She is not in the line of fire.
She's not sitting there getting shot repetitively.
Into went, busted that guy's face, and ooh! Now you get a shot in the face. Try to get on, and... You know, kind of desperate fight, you have to fight out. You're losing help, and Ellie, with the switchblade to the back! Comes in and helps out. Just
Yeah,
all
that's
of-
just oh.
to me, the one major thing I get out of that is intelligent AI, smart AI on both sides of the equation. Not only do we have smart enemy AI that actually reacts to the things you do, both vocally and physically. We have AI in your partner in Ellie who reacts to what you're doing immediately. When you take cover, she immediately takes cover. There is nothing. She is not commanded by you at all. All of this is her reacting to the environment.
Yeah.
No, you could see it in there. She went and picked up a brick while you're in cover. She saw that brick and was like, picked it up. She kept that brick. When your gun clicked, she probably reacted to that and probably went and took cover behind there. Wait till he come out and threw the brick right at his face. All just AI reacting. This isn't the player commanding this.
And
So good.
and that's why they panned out so many times. It was showing one player. I mean, you were playing as him. She was functioning on her own.
There's no second player here. There is no co-op. There is you in the AI partner of Ellie. You are not escorting her. She may not be as much of a fighter as you, but she can be damn helpful when it's a tense situation. She kind of saved his ass there.
Yeah. That game right there. It's hard for me to say this about too many games outside of platforms that I don't have, but that game right there is just about enough to make me want to get a PS3 just for that game. And I have a hard time doing stuff like that. If I get a console, I want a few good games. I'm not saying there's not. But that game right there is enough to be a turning point. It's enough to take anyone and show them, hey, you can actually have a good game.
You can have an AI partner in a game that you don't have to babysit. It's more like she has your back, you have hers.
And there's no, you go get over there. No, it's she's going to get over there on her own.
She's gonna throw a brick at a dude's face and just just wrecked that dude's face with the brick on her own. It is impressive at what it does with AI. And the second thing I got from this, this game is brutal. Fucking brutal.
I think we found that one out from that little bit right there.
If you just watch him as he slams the dude's face into the table, you can see the blood. The blood spattered right there.
Well, you could see where she threw that brick, how hard it left a print on the side of his face before he slammed his head into the table.
Yeah, and I think you could see some of the blood just cascade off a little bit as it hit.
I mean...
It's like after it hit, you see the blood.
I mean, jeez.
And when you get shot, you get knocked back. It's like, ooh. It responds to probably where you're actually getting shot.
Yeah.
It looked like his shoulder went back farther. So it looked like he got shot directly in the shoulder.
Well, when that one bullet clipped him in the shoulder, he pulled the shoulder back. I mean, it was literally wherever he got hit. That right there is a big difference there. I mean, you look, most of your shooters, you take a shot, you're still wherever you're at. If you're walking, yeah, it might slow you down, but it doesn't knock you back.
There's no, visual reaction to it except for the jelly, the red jelly that I've heard some people call it. Or that, closed-in redness. Oh, there's a physical boom!
Yeah.
You got smacked, son.
I mean, that game right there is just, oh my god. That's all there is to it.
So much good there.
But, I mean, there again, you get back to Naughty Dog. They're like Ubisoft. They don't let you down on a game. If it's got their name on it, you better believe it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. But moving on from there, that ends the press conferences, so... I can't really rate Sony fairly because I didn't watch the whole thing, but I still feel like watching all these moments here, it had its moments, but just like the other two, it had a lot of blah, some down stuff, and that was it.
I mean, I understand they all are going to have some blah stuff. But it just seemed to me like the major three didn't really do what they could have. It seemed like they had too much down and not enough up.
Yeah. That Wonder Book, that's no. I like that you're getting big authors involved in it. I think that's a cool idea to write video game stuff, but I move physical book thing, that's just no, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
No.
And having the magic wand come back.
I've actually had people describe it as something worse.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All I'm gonna say is female personal product, and you go from there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Ever since I first saw the PlayStation Move, the first thought that comes in my mind is, why are they holding a flashlight? Because that's what it looks like. The end of it glows, and they point it. They're holding a freaking flashlight.
Oh, good news! If you have a Wii, all your saves, Virtual Console, and WiiWare will transfer. They will make it happen. Smart move.
So, backwards compatible? First time they were actually thinking.
At least with Wii U stuff, but it's good that all that memory stuff, all that stuff that people have actually paid money for is transferable.
Huh.
Because that's virtual console stuff. That's paid stuff. Plus saves. The virtual console stuff, everything that had to be paid for, that is digital, that's the most important stuff that I believe needs to be transferable.
Yeah. Because otherwise they're going to lose a bunch. Because it's going to be a case of, if they didn't do that, it would be a case of, well, why should I buy it when I can't get my stuff again?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for it again. I'll just keep the console I've got.
Moving on from there, we're going to move on to how the format's going to be for the next 2 days, for the most part. It's going to be titles. Just what titles have got shown at E3, what was the major stuff that got showed there outside of press conferences, and our thoughts on that. And first up, we have an update. And that is Halo 4. We got more information on Infinity in Spec Ops. You got the trailer queued up on that one?
Yep.
Now.
Yeah, I noticed the stream's a little behind. That's why you're having to ask. I noticed that.
Yeah. I don't even look at the stream.
Ah.
I just know inherently the stream is delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed bad. It's like, when I was looking at it, it was like 3 seconds behind whatever I was doing. So, yeah. Stream is way behind.
This trailer, I had watched this trailer. This trailer is pretty much, I believe, all information we're going to get for Infinity and Spec Ops outside of potentially stuff getting said in interviews. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Audio again.
Good thing is you have a little bit to start it before we get into the actual trailer.
That.
2 decades to build. Over 3.5 miles long.
Jeez.
She is the pride of the UNSC.
I have to wonder, since it's 2 decades
Starship
in the making,
Infinity.
how long has this been going on?
Welcome to the beginning of your new Spartan career. Infinity's story begins in Halo 4's campaign and continues online. Once aboard Infinity, Spartans prepare for combat by competing in war games, a vast simulated experience spanning competitive maps and modes.
Which is our actual multiplayer.
Live-fire operations launch from the Spartan Ops briefing room. These missions spin off from a weekly cinematic series set aboard the ship. Each week, a new episode will be released along with 5 new cooperative missions, moving the story of the Halo universe forward in exciting new directions. Everything Spartans do directly impacts and rewards their career. War Games is competitive play. Spartan Ops is weekly episodic cooperative play. No matter what you choose,
I saw something
everything
in there that
matters
kind of
in this
makes me
ongoing,
question
persistent experience.
What?
The line between
Okay,
fiction,
when it went up
competitive
the
multiplayer,
rank, it looked
and
like it was
campaign
awarding
is
a
erased
new
aboard
weapon.
Infinity. Your
Are
every
you
action
getting
affects
awarded
the story,
weapons per
the
rank,
ship,
or
and the
are
very
you getting
fate
skins?
of the
I
galaxy.
believe it's for the classes, because classes are going to be weapon-based and are going to be customizable. You know the classes that Reach had before a game? There's going to be more. Those are going to be personal, from what I understand.
Huh.
And probably the
'Cause
best.
That
Go ahead.
kind of caught me off guard there.
That, or maybe something with the battle rifle, like weapon skins that we already know are in the game.
Yeah. That's what I would
Maybe
more
it's
think. Maybe like weapon skins, or I don't know, they've not really said anything, but maybe some kind of an attachment for the weapons or something like that.
And also, it was a high rank. I believe it was like a major something.
Yeah, it was like major. Let me see if I found. I closed the tab. I'm gonna look now.
The one good thing I saw that, and that was specifically with the Spec Ops. The weekly content we get that's free, the episodes, they're split up in the 5 chapters. That's 5 missions. More than just getting one thing every week. We're getting 5 things every week that are all story-based, that all lead to one to another, to another, to another. And yes, Infinity is crashed on this mysterious planet. All this stuff is probably going to take place at that time. Or maybe sooner. Who knows? We also got a little bit more on the state of Infinity, the multiplayer mode, which is now called War Games. That it's all simulation. So I guess that's explaining why you endlessly respawn and not really die.
By the way, the rank was Major Grade 2 to Major Grade 3.
It's a pretty high rank.
Yeah.
If it's kind of generally going based off the Halo retraining system.
Well, it looks like the same emblem. So, I would venture to say it would be somewhat similar. There might be more grades, but I'd say it'd be somewhat similar to it.
The armor still feels very bulky and not look all that good, a little too menacing for my taste. Especially with specific colors like that red. That red did not really look that good for some reason. Other than that, it's good to see we have the same kind of stuff. I know people have thrown out Forge as new Forge objects maybe to mess with, but no specific confirmation of we have Forge 3.0, I guess. Since they said since Forge 2.0 was in reach.
Yeah. And see, that's going to be something else. If they do Forge with Halo 4, how are they going to be able to give something like Forge World? Because, let's face it, that was Bungie's smartest move. Give a big, blank, open canvas for the players to do whatever they want. That was the smartest move Bungie could have done. How would 343 do something like that when all of the multiplayer maps are supposedly on Infinity? I mean, yeah, they gave themselves a good bit of space, seeing as how they said that Infinity was 3.5 miles long.
But how big is this simulation room?
Exactly. How are they going to fit that in?
I think they actually showed specifically on the ship where the simulation room is, I think.
Also, are they planning on doing maps that are not only on Infinity, but also off?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they've said they're not doing any multiplayer maps that are just levels from the campaign ripped out.
Right.
I can understand that. But still, you can have an open environment and really even have something like Forge World, where it has different elements that are ideal for making maps. I mean, there's a lot of... If they're going to do Forge, how are they going to do it?
So we've gotten answers to some questions for Halo 4, but we still have more questions.
And they may or may not answer Forge.
Maybe they're going to leave it as a surprise for everyone who opens up the disc, puts it in, it's like, let's see, campaign, multiplayer, co-op, Forge, theater, Forge? What the fuck?
And see, that's something else. Have they even said that they were doing theater?
That too!
I mean, it would be stupid for them to cut it out. That's common sense there. That was in 3, that was in Reach. It'd be stupid for them to take that out.
Yeah.
But they've not said anything. So...
So more questions about Reach. It also looks like we got the assassinations back, as a few little bits in there showed. The special assassinations are still there, as one of them did it on as a Spartan did it on one of the nights. It looked like.
If I'm not mistaken, even in the trailers we saw before E3, they were even showing the assassinations like that. So
That's still kind of cool that they still keep that, because that's a kind of cool thing.
yeah,
Especially considering there is a method to it that I didn't know about until I saw a video explaining it.
yeah, it depends on your position of the opponent when you're doing it, what special assassination you do.
Yeah. It depends on both your position and the enemy position. And that's all it really is. And depending on that, it picks one of the animations to do it with. The only thing I hope is, I hope you are better able to save your buddy from it.
Yeah.
Because it was very difficult to do that. And
you know what
Reach.
I would really like to see?
What?
You know, you can do a special assassination, and like you said, it's hard to stop someone else from doing it. What I would like to see is like the one where both players are in there and the one slams the other one into the ground. That assassination. I'd like to be able to see it where someone else could come up and do a special assassination off the one that was performing it.
Yeah. Because I think that's the only thing they didn't compensate for in Reach is a special assassination after a special assassination. Like a chain one. I don't think they ever compensated for that one.
Which, I mean, I can see both sides of that. I would enjoy the crap out of that. But you've also got to look. What if something happened and you ended up with however many players there were in a chain trying to save someone else? It would be a never-ending special assassination. And you know as well as I do, people would try to do that.
I'm sure people have done that. Just lined up in a line, back to back to back to back to back, and just be like, one person starts, after that, just keep going. Like with people who've gotten like thousands of, whole bunch of medals because of the Spartan laser and just having all these vehicles and people lined up in a line. Because I know I've seen that.
I could see someone doing that though. Just boom, 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 all the way down.
But moving on from there, we've got information on a game I'm excited about, and I still need to play the game before this, and that is Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and I will sneeze here in a little bit. I don't know when. But we got that, and as the title says, for the first time ever, we finally get to see Metroplex in action, who is the character you get to command when you play as Optimus Prime, because each of the characters in Transformers Fall of Cybertron has a special ability that is specifically designed to them and is specifically designed into the various levels that they're involved in. And we're going to take a look at this. If you know your Transformers lore and you know who Metroplex is, dush! I want to see Tommy's surprise with this one. So you got it queued up?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. It's take us a little bit to get that Metroplex because me and guys are in this GTTV stream of it, blah blah blah. Shut up, Daniel, guys, move on.
Autobots to game consoles, but seeing is one thing, playing it's another. Here with me to have an exclusive demo of the game is Matt Teacher. Matt, step in here. Good to see you, man. And this is a highly touted game here at E3 2012, and you're transforming our expectations right before our eyes. Walk us through a little bit
pun.
Of what we see.
Fuck you.
Metroplex.
Why the pun?
We're super excited, not just to make Cybertron this big, huge place, but also have some big, giant characters.
And for those of us who know Prime,
city-sized transformer.
The Transformers or Falls of Cybertron games, those are supposed to be those are technically prequels to Prime. Technically. Oh, by the way, hi Metroplex in the background.
Metroplex on the battlefield. So in this case, you can see it right here. He can call down some artillery
strikes. He is a city He is a giant city that transforms into a robot.
Using his special ability is just super fun. You have other characters with grappling hooks.
And you can call in
of course,
various strikes from him and just be like, Metroplex, I need you to shoot here. Yes.
You don't get that in any
yes,
other game.
last
Something
Prime.
Presented the design challenges to you with the individual characters, particularly Metroplex?
Yeah, well, look how big he is, right? I mean, the spaces that you're going to see, we're
I
using
mean,
the Unreal Engine, which is
Prime.
fantastic.
You see,
But the
you're
spaces
looking
that,
at Prime right
really
now.
kind of expect
Prime
them to be a vehicle at any time
is
are
just
enormous.
a little
And then when you
itty-bitty
add this
kitty
vertical height with
in
this gigantic
Metroplex's
character,
hands
it really-
as a GeForce
we push the engine as
demo
far
of
as we could
this
in terms of the size,
show,
spaces that
which
we
we don't
can
have the video
bring,
of.
as
But
well
he is
as
just this
keeping the
little
visual
itty-bitty
fidelity where we
tiny
wanted it.
kitten.
Yeah, no, obviously you guys are
In
speaking about how this is
Metroplex's
important
hand.
for you to get to the root of what it is to be a Transformers game. What was that?
And
for you?
Prime,
Well, you know, it
Prime
sounds
is one of the
really silly,
larger
but the
regular
root of
Transformers,
is
since
Transformers.
he is the leader of the
And, you know,
Autobots.
I think what we really did is embrace that. Embrace each character's abilities, their vehicle, allowing you to choose. Do you want to play these spaces mostly in your vehicle form, mostly in your robot form? It's really up to you. And I think that's what makes it.
And also, I kind of like that too. I love it when a third-person shooter compensates for switching
Yeah, so
shoulders.
you've got certain characters where it's a bit more. I hesitate to say stealth.
And I don't know if that's a
gameplay,
new
but
thing with
kind of a
third-person
different
shooters or
pace
that's
where
kind of
you're
been a
in
long-standing
control
thing,
and
but
you have the ability
switching
to be
shoulders,
invisible. It's
so
a version
helpful
of stealth.
in a
Other ones
third-person
with
shooter.
grappling hooks where
So
you're
helpful.
really so vertical in how you can move and manipulate the environment.
And I also love
Every
how,
character's really different.
for whatever reason, the gun switches hands
And in
too.
terms of characters, who have you confirmed? Are you announcing anybody new here at E3 2012?
Well, we're talking a little bit about Metroplex, but Bumblebee I'm really excited to be talking about because he's the first character you're going to see in the game. You innately are going to understand and care.
Yes,
about
you get to play as Bumblebee first.
How do
Bumblebee.
people really care about
Anyone who
these
knows
big,
Transformers
giant
knows the
alien
story of
transforming
Bumblebee
race?
and
Bumblebee's
why
a great
Bumblebee's like,
kind of
ugh.
And the level where you play as him is also really
And your weapons are
straight out of
upgradable through
E1.
Teletran
The
1.
experience you're going to get is the Ark and the Nemesis going right into the Space Bridge wormhole. It's a wash of nostalgia.
Obviously, franchise fans have been tracking this for a long time, but now they're going to have some customization options as
And
well.
multiplayer,
right? To build out
more
their own
customization.
Transformers.
If there's one thing I'm the most
multiplayer
excited
sounds
about
so much
fans
fun.
really get their hands on, it's customization. We cut up all the bodies into multiple different parts, so you can really build this Transformer that you think looks amazing. And I guarantee you, if you're a big Transformers fan, even if you're not, if you just love customization, which I know lots of people do, you're gonna spend tens of hours just in the menus, not even playing the game, just in the menus, building that perfect Transformer.
What can you customize exactly?
So you pick the head, chest, upper arms, lower arms. You pick the legs, the wings, the wheels, the tank barrel if you're a tank, and then of course you got the colors. But then we added this special thing. Cybertron's this all metal world, so we have a lot more metal in it than any other game you're going to play anywhere. So we spent a lot of time with, does it look pitted? Does it look bronzy? Does it look tinny? So we actually allowed you in the customization.
I also love that
system to
too,
adjust how
with the
metallic
transformation
your
animation
character
when
looks.
you're
Does it look
going
like
in the vehicle mode.
painted
How
kind
a
of
little,
G1 character,
like,
does it
it's trying to
melt, or
find
does it
its
look like this
balance
ultra concept
a
car?
little bit
You can kind of
when you
go
watch
and
the
refine it.
animation.
What's great about it is it's kind of a color options multiplier.
Do you see that,
because
Tommy?
Yellow, for example,
Yeah.
looks completely different.
I just like how
anyway
cool it is. Like,
because
it's
metallic, so you're really gonna
it's
spend a lot
compensating for
of
the fact
time
that you're
just
going from
getting it
2
to
legs
work.
to
Back on the single-player
wheels
side,
and
obviously the
oh, hi
gun trade,
Metroplex
which is-
again.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, look at
I mean,
him.
this is gigantic. This is
Right?
amazing right here, right?
So,
Check
so
that
there's,
tower, like,
I think that's a
ah,
huge
out of my
extra
way.
in Transformers and the world of Cybertron. And with this character, Metroplex, you're controlling him, and I know the first instinct is, oh, well, he only ever calls in artillery strikes. That's not the way it works. He's going to really surprise you, impress you, as he does lots of different kinds
And
of
the thing is,
things when you
that's
play
not
with him.
the only
Do you
big
have any
Transformer we get to get.
problems picking up
We don't get
ones?
to
Do
play
you have to
someone the
dial it back a
size
little
of
bit, or are you going
Metroplex,
full
the
throttle?
Well, I
city-sized
think we went as
Transformer,
far
but
as
we do
could
get to
from
play
a
as
technical point of view, because
Verticus,
he's so big, you were
the
asking earlier about big
combiner.
environments and
You
big
remember the
spaces. That was
five
kind of the limiting
five
factor.
robots
So
that
there's a lot
combined
of
together
differences that we
in
have in this game are
the Fall
a
for
lot.
Cybertron
So
trailer
that
that we
was
watched
the
at the
whole
VGAs.
engine, right?
Well, we're using Unreal 3,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal.
You get
for
to
us.
play
We've used
as
it multiple
him,
times. We
along
love
with
using
all the
the engine,
separate
but
characters, I
space
believe, or
demands
at least
we have
one or two of
so
those separate characters.
Awesome, Matt. It's looking
Dang.
fantastic. We appreciate the world premiere of Metroplex here, so thanks for stopping by, man.
My pleasure.
So much goodness right there. This one you might want to keep continuous play on because there's 2 parts to the gameplay on this one.
The next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, next up, we got something that was talked about last week during DTTV's pre-E3 show, and that is Star Wars 1313. Now, we get to actually look at the gameplay. And damn, does this game look good.
1 second. I'm getting smart this time. Knocking the audio down. Alright.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna talk a little bit through this demo, but
We've got another gameplay clip we're going to show people as
this
well.
game, you essentially take the role of a bounty hunter on the 1313th level of Coruscant. You know, the big city planet of Star Wars. And what you're looking at is actual gameplay and how the cutscenes actually look.
Wow. This is amazing. So this is obviously, you know, the typical kind of, you know, duck and cover gameplay we see in other games, but you guys, I mean, have so many effects going on, so much animation. I mean, there's a lot of new technology being used here, right?
Absolutely. So
and ILM, Lucasfilm, you know, all those studios that's usually associated with a Lucasfilm movie are a part of this game and are helping out on this game.
To have as a bounty hunter. I think he's about to use one right now.
Right. It's amazing what you guys have done, obviously, in terms of the you know, the in-game action and you know, this level of fidelity. I mean, it's the whole game's going to feel this ambitious in terms of, you know, detail.
Absolutely, I think you know, that's what people want to see, this darker, grittier version of Star Wars.
And it's dark and gritty, and those words get used a ton. And as it continues to play, it's going to bump us off to the next trailer. We're just going to let it play on. Hopefully, because it's loading a little bit slow for me.
It's kind of going slow. Started.
Mine just now started. Maybe. God damn it. There we go. I finally started. Just let him play on. We're also seeing cutscenes here. Not really much outside of you're a bounty hunter, you're going to level 1313. It's kind of a big center of scum and villainy, and that's it. And damn, this guy's got Nathan Drake luck. It's like, I'm almost there. Ah, fuck, no! Why do these panels have to conveniently come off when I'm near them?
Just lucky that way. Alright, now continuous play is going to keep going.
This game looks really good, and I'm kind of surprised because it feels like, okay, they're going with a bounty hunter gimmick, it's not Jedi, it's something different. Okay, you got me hooked now. Let's see where this
Did we
really
need to
goes.
go to the third one or no?
No.
Okay.
I think the third one shows a little bit of the cutscene in an interview.
Alright.
Kind of not as good in reverse as it is forward. What do you think of 1313?
I've never really been that big of a Star Wars fan, so yeah. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong there, but as far as grabbing my attention, probably wouldn't, but that's because I'm not really that big of a
Star Wars fan.
Star Wars, period, so.
I think it looks cool. I like that they're going with a bounty hunter as a main character. We don't know the time period for this. We don't know if any other characters are going to pop up. They've been hush-hush, secret about that. So, who knows? This may be in the prequel. This may be in the true trilogy. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but 1313 looks cool for now. Now, next up, we have a Wii U title, but they didn't announce. And I'm shocked, because guess who makes this game? While not looking at the article and cheating.
I don't know.
Platinum Games. You know, those guys who made Bayonetta and, oh crap, what else did they make? No More Heroes, I believe, and are a part of the team for Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Yeah, these guys are making it for Wii U, and it kind of looks cool.
Huh.
We don't have any footage for it.
But we do have a neat little
Picture
there.
Essentially, you play as various heroes in a Pikmin-style game. because I saw this on GTTV's coverage on Spike. Play as these various heroes in this Pikmin style, and you're rescuing civilians, and you're rescuing other heroes, and you can have the civilians team up and turn into this giant sword that you whack people with, and all this other weaponry, and it looks cool. And I go, why didn't you announce this at Wii U? Announce during the Profits Wii U? Why? Why? This looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
And since I'm kind of on a superhero binge right now because of the Avengers, I'm like, cool, superhero games, and another superhero game on the Wii U. Except it's not Avengers. They don't have a release date like everything else. You can use the gamepad to see unseen stuff, and on the TV screen to solve puzzles. And you use touchscreen to main heroes such as Bonsai Man, and Vending Machine Man, and even Toilet Bowl Man. I like the comedy bit of this. I like the fact it's like, we all know the bit of, you know, if you're a hero, it's thing, your gimmick plus man. So why don't we just go with it? We have Toilet Bowl Man and his powers of, who the fuck knows? The toilet brushes? Maybe he's better than the Toilinator from Codename Kids Next Door. And I am proud that I can reference that show. Vending Machine Man. What would you be for Vending Machine Man? You have this giant gun that just shoots out soda cans.
That would be funny.
That'd actually be cool. You have this giant, just have this freaking minigun, like a mini vending machine on your back, just shooting out these cans of soda. If you have Bonsai Man, I don't know. I don't know what bonsai actually means. Random Man is the only thing I could think of, because I know there's a show called Bonsai the G4 showed for a little while back in the day, and it was kind of random. And I don't know who's who, but I'm assuming none of these are the name characters, because none of these look like those characters. Look at that. It looks like we got Candyman, a robot, Crow Man, and Crow Woman. The sword? I don't know. They have the same logo. So maybe they're related. This game makes me smile, just like the Lego City Undercover. Actually, we do have footage. I forgot about that. I forgot about it. I put it in the video I found later.
Good one. Trying to
My
lie
fault.
and mess people up.
My fault. I forgot to double check the list. I thought that was something completely different.
Whose fault's that?
Fine. I'm the one watching. I'm the one who made this list to begin with.
Exactly. Cue up the video.
Yes, as I go through the ads.
Haha.
Get it ready?
Yep. Waiting on you.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
This game is called Project P100. It's a game developed by Platinum Games, and it's going to be published by Nintendo. The director is Hideki Kamiya, and one of the producers is Atsushi Inaba. Now, they haven't worked together for 3 years, and if those names sound familiar, it's because they're partly responsible.
Hey, there's Toilet Brush Man.
Now, to give you a quick overview of what the game
I'm assuming since he has a toilet for a head.
Huge alien forces are attacking Earth. The heroes of Earth are unable to stop these forces by themselves. They have to combine together and use their group abilities and group attacks to repel the aliens and save the world. we're really honored to actually have Mr. Inabe-san and, of course, Scott.
I also love that they have the Okami team here as well. It's like they have 2 people from Okami. The one game I really want to play.
Well, Mr. Inabe, it's great to have you back for a second day. Yesterday was Metal Gear. Today is Project P100. So tell me a bit about this style of gameplay. It reminds me a little bit of Pikmin. Was Pikmin an inspiration for this game?
ピクミンを見てインスピレーションを受けたんでしょうか。ピクミンとは全く違うゲームです。このゲームはたくさんのヒーローたちが集まってそのスーパーパワーを発揮するっていうの個性豊かなヒーローたちが。
You know what would be a really brilliant invention somebody should come up with?
パッと見ピクミンに似てるような印象を受ける
What?
A device that auto-translates somebody from one language into your own language, and then when you speak something, it translates that back into that language. It put translators out of a job.
Interesting. All right, so tell
But
us.
it'd be a really cool invention.
This game, you have this group.
Yeah.
You select a group of heroes. Do you build the heroes in the game, or I apologize, I don't. This is the first time I've seen it. Do you build the heroes, or do you get them in the game, or how does it actually work? How do you put together your team?
どういうふうにヒーローとジョインするでしょうか。最初にこうヒーローたちがこう集団でいまして、でその街の中にいる市民たちを助けながらこう自分たち。
I have a united hand of all my friends.
増えれば増えるほど自分がこう発揮できるアクションパワーっていうのは強くなっていく、そういうシステムになっています。
As you go through the game, you will be able to rescue both civilians and find new heroes to join your group. The greater number of heroes you have, the more different kinds of abilities you can use.
いろんなこう例えばパン、いろんなこう例えばパン、いろんなこう例えばパン、いろんなこう例えばパン。
Is the sound screwing up for you on the video too?
Yeah.
What the hell? That did not happen during the live coverage. And it's only the audio.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, by the way, the Wii U comes in black. Because white and black are the only 2 colors the Wii can come in.
Do you think we should try to pause it and fix this?
Yeah, pause it and unpause it.
Nope, still doing it.
It still goes.
Okay, then I'm just muting the audio because that's getting annoying.
And it can't be the video audio because it sounds like their own audio on that one.
It is.
Like, this isn't something we can fix. This is something with the video itself.
Yeah, they probably screwed up when they rendered it or something. Way to go, game trailers. Way to go.
Bravo, boys. And you even had Adam Stessler on the show. And, oh, that just crashed in out of nowhere. This does look cool.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the go like a side scrolling beat 'em up. And unite fish.
Huh.
It was like a serpent. Like it was more like a serpent unite attack. It looked like. And a unite dumbbell. I'm lucky this game more and more because they're just going with it with these unite attacks. It's like, form dumbbell! Form giant sword! Just wacky out there. I like this.
You know what? That close-up of the Wii U right there, that showed they're still doing discs.
Yeah.
Which that kind of answered a question we had before.
I think that's a question a lot of people are having about these next-gen consoles is, are we still doing disc, or are we downloadable only, or are we a mix? Looks like we might be a mix from, at least for this generation.
Yeah, at least this coming generation. I think whatever the new Xbox and PS is going to be, I think they're going to be the same. They might try to push cloud a little more, but I think we're all still going to be happily getting discs for at least another generation of consoles.
I think the generation after that, we may get it, because I think at that point, the internet, for a majority of the world, will be far more advanced.
I don't know. I mean, you got to look. in order for them to just flat up one day say, we're no longer doing discs on our systems, they would have to be able to ensure that everyone could still have some kind of access to it. That would be impossible right now. Because you look, if you did that, okay, say they were going to do that with this gen, you would just about limit it down to like Japan, North America, and EU.
Yeah.
That would completely kill a lot of gamers out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when internet gets more advanced, when internet is out there a lot more, and there's faster download speeds and faster upload speeds, and it's more available, more cost effective, more people are able to get it at a better price than right now. I think that's what's holding back this.
Yeah.
Because the technology is there. We've seen it with Steam. And the freaking rabbit hole Steam can do with sales.
I mean, yeah, it's there. You're right on that, but I don't think it's there for consoles yet.
Yeah.
Because when you're dealing with PC gaming's always been a step ahead.
Yeah.
Well, case in point, the reason why it wasn't until Halo came out on the Xbox that you didn't start seeing a lot of shooters. Most of your shooters were PC. I mean, you got to look at that. Consoles are that far behind.
The tech is there. It's just we are still quite a ways away from this happening because we've had consoles try to do it, but they failed so hard it's ridiculous. And there's still that sentiment among many people that I want a physical thing more than digital air.
Which, in my opinion, I would rather have it installed on a hard drive than I would having a disc. Because if you've got a disc, there's more of a possibility of something happening to that disc, and then you are completely out the game. With the hard drive, you can make backups, you can do stuff like that, and ensure that you don't lose that. I would far rather have it installed on some kind of medium like that rather than having a disc. I don't agree with moving everything to the cloud and us have to utilize internet every time we want to play a game.
Yeah, because Diablo 3 is finding out the hard way. People don't like that. Especially with single-player games. No!
I mean, I'll be the first one to say that, no, don't do that. I'd rather have a disc before doing that. But I think like how Xbox is doing with the games on demand, I think that's the best way to go. Have it online where you can buy it and download it straight to your console. Then you don't have to worry about going out on release and getting a disc and getting it back and keeping up with it and making sure nothing happens to it and all this and that and the other. No, when midnight comes out on release date, have it right then.
Yep. So we're going to end up our coverage for E3 today with two trailers that have one thing in common. They are both Persona 4 related. And first up, we got a trailer for Persona 4 The Golden for the Vita that I'm excited for, except it's on the Vita.
What, you don't want to buy a Vita?
No. There's like this and, well, this. I'm not really excited for the Assassin's Creed 3 Vita game. There's nothing else on the Vita I want. Just like the 3DS, there's not really that much on the 3DS that makes me want to go buy it immediately.
Yeah, I know.
It's like if it goes on sale for a pretty decent price, I might pick it up then to get the games I want. But until then, it's not
Why
there.
bother? I mean,
yeah. The games will be there. The games will be there. The console will be there. I will get to it eventually. I don't mind being behind people on games. That's fine.
I don't either. It's like, okay, say I was still big on Nintendo. Yeah, Wii U coming out, so what? I would be the one to sit back and wait and see what it does first. I ain't about to go jump out there and get something just because, oh, it's the new thing. No. No, nope, 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 nope.
Alright, let's get this Persona 4 Golden trailer started. You got it queued up and ready?
Oh, YouTube video. Awesome.
Yeah, it's the Kotaku YouTube video, not the straight up YouTube video.
Yeah, I noticed that. Alright, I'm good.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm also going to explain some of the new features for Persona 4 Golden that get shown off in this trailer. And yes, he has a very long pointy nose. That is the point of him. And yes, you can ride scooters into battle and attack with them. That is awesome in my opinion. Because I'm all for more scooters in gaming. Your rank ups, your usual Persona 4 stuff. Hi Teddy, and oh hi Mysterious Girl, we still have no clue who she is, or what her point is. And yes, that one place was a strip club. I love the fact there are combo attacks with party members now. It's cool. Every time I see something Persona 4, I'm like, yee!
Yeah, Persona's your thing there.
What do you think about it, just looking at this trailer?
It looks pretty good.
Does the fact that you can ride scooters into battle and fight shadows with them interest you at all?
It's different. That's for sure.
I think the best thing is just those combo attacks. I just think that's just cool. Especially the one they showed off, which is Chie and Yukiko, considering their relationship in the game of being really close friends. Not that close. I just think that's cool. I just think a lot of the new stuff they're bringing to Persona 4 Golden is cool. And it's really cool that, from the looks of it, they've learned their lessons from Persona 3 Portable, and they're keeping... It feels like the full game is here on the Vita, plus all this additional stuff. Like the new chick who we still have no clue about, except she has a story before the game that we play, and that's it. We don't know anything!
Huh.
Still, to this day. And it annoys me, because I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Explain!
Explain, game, explain.
I know the game will explain it, but at this point they're like, we're not telling. I'm like, you sons of bitches. It's a fucking twist and I know it. Your Persona games and your twist. And finally, we got Persona 4 The Arena, and we actually have a release date. Maybe this will show you what it is. Nope, we're gonna get it in the trailer, because I cannot remember it offhand. I believe it's in August. But we got Persona 4 Arena trailer. I will say this trailer is almost exactly like a Japanese trailer that came out a little while back, where it's introducing each of the characters. Well, each of the main Persona 4 characters, without introducing the Persona 3 characters and everyone else, but you do see them throughout the trailer. Do you have it queued up and ready?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. movie that is. It's like, they thought it was over, but it's not over.
May the manliest of all men, come on!
And this is not Teddy's original voice actor.
Touches his precious Nanako, the
But it
sister
still sounds
complex
good enough.
Kingpin of Steel, Yu Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by
And I
night.
think that's the person for you. I'm not sure.
Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has got to go.
A spunky dragon with
Sounds a little bit like a person for Yosuke, but it's close enough that it's okay. Sounds like GA.
The unconquerable Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike.
Sounds like Yukiko.
Bulging muscles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance.
Sounds a little bit like Kanji, but I don't think he's ever ever used that kind of voice before. So.
Is this an army of idiots?
And definitely now, though. Hi, Teddy. Yes, you get to fight this Teddy and beat him up. And all these other characters, including Igus and the Compendium chick from Persona 3. New characters from Persona 3 as well, and all these other characters. And I'm happy and... Damn it!
It says summer.
Hang on.
Probably be August, like you were saying.
Also, a little special treat for those of you who are a fan of the Japanese voices. There is a Japanese voice track for this game, so you can have either the Japanese or the English voices, which is really cool.
That's
a
a
nice
unique
feature.
change there.
I believe, oh crap. Fire vs. Tekken has that, where you can have it be all English, all Japanese, or a mix. So some of them are English, some of them are Japanese. Depends.
Huh.
Damn it, this article will not load, and I know this is where I got it from. God damn it. No. I know it's August, but I want the specific date. Fuck, yeah, well. It's a day in August. Just trust me on that one. Anyway, that'll wrap up day 2 of E3 coverage. And then, what are your thoughts on E3 so far as we are into day 2 now with all the press conferences over with?
I think as far as press conference wise, the major 3 could have done a lot better. But still, the games that have came out of all of them, they've proven their worth.
Even if we hadn't had the best showing when it comes to the major press conferences, I still feel like games-wise, software-wise, things we're going to be playing at least for some of the stuff within a year, other stuff a little bit early next year, and further into that year. We've had a good showing. We've had a lot of cool stuff get shown, and hopefully we'll get some more tomorrow and Thursday as we continue on E3 coverage. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for more E3 goodness. Good everybody, and peace out.
As always, you can find us on our Twitch TV and our live stream channels, Twitch TV/TheGamingSaloon and livestream.com/TheGamingSaloon. You can also find us on our site, thegamingsaloon.dyndns.org. Night.